Hi everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Designers for Lunch for our Isola Design Festival. Today we have from Luxembourg new designers of our community, really young talent, Roxanne Flick. Hi Roxanne, welcome to Designers for Lunch.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us. You're a new entry in our community. Let's talk a little bit about you, about your approach to your work. You say that a design piece should be functional, but at the same time should give emotion, should tell a story. How do you apply this approach to your work and to your projects?
Well, in fact, all of my designs are based on a conceptual approach, so I always choose a theme and develop objects out of it. So this could be, for example, the abstraction of the human body in art. Out of this concept, I developed one of my latest collection, and I designed this tea set and the table inspired by the cycles of nature and human creation, and by the ability to create shapes that man perceive as beautiful. And in fact, at the beginning of a design process, I never know what objects will be shaped out of it or what kind of material I will use. So in fact, the concept is leading me to these shapes and materials. So, well, as you already said, the design product must certainly perform a function, but they also must be an ambassador of a story. So, yeah, it's in my way of creating, it's more a storytelling, and yeah, the function is not really in the foreground. So yeah.
Good. So, let's go a little bit talking about the projects you are presenting actually for the Isola Design Festival. So you can maybe also make an example. Like Abstraction is one of the projects that are uploaded in our platform. So you want to introduce it? You want to say a little bit something about it?
Yes, of course. So in fact, Abstraction series was the latest project I worked on, and it's inspired by the abstraction of the human being in art. And it analyzes, in fact, several problems found in art and contemporary design between the human and the artwork when a known subject is reinterpreted. So in art, for example, the realistic image of the human body disappeared and were replaced by abstract shapes and colors. So this approach was kind of disliked by the public and was seen as provocative. And because of this renunciation of the figurative image, it was claimed by the public that neither artistic talent or craftsmanship was necessary to create such kind of art. And this led, in fact, to a conflict between the artist and the viewer. And such conflict can also sometimes be found when in design, when a conceptual approach, when it's based on a conceptual approach. So the question arises if it's still about design, or should the function of a piece be in the foreground, or are the design process and the concept representing an equivalent position? So, well, in fact, the design, the importance of the functionality and where design lives are the priorities of these design pieces. So, as a reaction, the design consists of two tables and a mirror, and it's also an interactive experience, allowing the user to participate in the design process, and to give the participant the chance to change the different compositions of the design pieces and to understand design maybe better. So
this is, I think, extremely interesting because yesterday we had another guest, another young designer like you. And also for her was really important the relationship between the piece and the user. And it's something that we are trying to underline this year also with the theme which we choose for the festival. This we are what we design, because I like the users, the buyers, the clients should be always more involved in the even in the design process or in the design thinking of design, and they like to do it. So it's hard in a period like this because like most of the events have been done like digitally. So there was the relation between the user and the project were only between them and a screen, let's say. So according to this, I think it's really interesting that, for example, your pieces will be exhibited in Milan as well, in Isola, in September. So we are really happy to have them with us and to have you with us, so that actually visitors will really enjoy again the experience of having a relation with the piece they're looking at, with the design they are discovering. So especially with this kind of projects that have a story to tell. So thank you very much for being with us and for telling this. Now I want to talk a little bit more about your let's say your hometown, because you told me just before that sadly like there are no design schools in Luxembourg, and so like all the designers, all the potential and future designers have to move from there to go study somewhere else, like you in Germany or in the Netherlands or maybe in Italy. So how did you live this situation when you were just a student, and how did you live it as a designer now, that maybe staying with the pandemic in Luxembourg without the possibility to move around in a country when there is not a strong design culture? Maybe it was really hard for you, was it?
To begin with that we don't really have a design school or art school here in Luxembourg. For us, it's because we know it's kind of natural to leave after your graduation, to leave the country. So and well, of course, it's a really nice experience. Also to see other cultures, how they handle design, and I think it was a big plus to be abroad for some time. I also never thought that I will come back to Luxembourg. It was it just happened, but it would be great if we could have the option to study in our homeland. So because I think, for example, the Dutch Design Week, you have a really great design school, and the festival happened around the design school, in fact.
Yeah, the graduation show of the Academy of Eindhoven is one of the most important happening in the Netherlands, in the like, so it's true.
And I think, when you have a design school, also, I think also in the culture, maybe something will happen, because the people know, okay, you can study something like design here in Luxembourg. So, this could mean something. And at the moment, we really don't have such a design culture like the Italian, or in Switzerland, or like we can find in the Netherlands. So, and during the pandemic, it was not to travel was a really big restriction, because we don't have many events here in Luxembourg. So so
it was I can imagine it was even harder than for other people. Like at least here we try to do to make some events. Like last year, even in September, we did a small one in the city. But this year is going to be, I think, and I hope, and I truly believe that it's going to be the right year. At least in September, from September on, we hope to be back to live events. And to be honest, also as visitor, because I miss also to visit the design events around the world. We're already planning to visit Copenhagen, Amsterdam, where there are smaller events, but still need that contact with people. Like you need to feedback. You need to give feedback to exchange experiences and ideas. Like I think that's what we all miss more than everything. But you have been many times in Italy, right? Like you have been also in Milan Design Week. You've participating in Edit in Naples, and as we said before, you'll be here in Milan this year with us in Isola. What do you expect from it, from this kind of event in this period, like in this specific time?
Well, in fact, I think it will be a great event, and as you already mentioned, I also miss to talk in person about the design about my design pieces with the public, so with the visitors, because I always think, it's always nice to see the reactions to the design pieces. And you can explain your work, you have the feedback, you meet other designers, and you see a lot of new great stuff. So it's always a really big inspiration.
It's true. So I really hope that we can have a really good experience in September in Milan. Do you have any upcoming project after even the participation in September? Are you working on something new for the next months, the next year?
Yes, in fact, I'm working on a new collection. In fact, there's also one piece released also on the Isola homepage. It's called Relic of the Past. And in fact, the project began during the pandemic. And at the moment, I'm not able to release one collection in one go. So during the next year, there will be other pieces released from this collection.
So step by step, piece by piece.
I have to do it step by step at the moment.
It's an interesting approach. Like it's good because it's like if you open a topic and then you keep updating it, like, and you keep making it grow, like, so it's a really interesting approach. So I hope to see. I'm sure we will see. We will meet for sure in September, and I hope most of the visitors will enjoy your pieces, your work here in Isola. At the moment, they can see it on the website on isola.design/festival. They can see your project, the ones you already presented. And I thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And
it was a great pleasure.
See you soon. Have a nice day.
Bye bye. You too. Bye bye.
Ciao.